Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. I'm sitting in one of my favourite little places on a mountainside in Tala. That was the view that I've got. Tell you what, it really is a fabulous, fabulous day. It really, really is. The sky is blue, the sea is blue. Mr. Paul is dressed head to toe in blue. Hopefully that continues. Although Baroness Heather and Baron Steve have got some other ideas, haven't they? They've put this challenge out for you guys. If you buy one virtual coffee on the Buy Me a Coffee platform, enter your name and of course the colour, and at the end of the month they'll choose that lucky person out of the hat, and unfortunately this unlucky person will have to go and buy a new outfit of red, blue, well, could be blue, couldn't it? You never know. It might choose blue for me. Could be pink, could be yellow, who knows? But not looking forward to that video, but there we go. This is life, isn't it? So, what should we talk about? We could talk about the price of little boy cigars. Well, I light this one up maybe, because they're a lot cheaper in Cyprus than they are in, for example, the UK and many other places in and around Europe. The taxes on these are, well, extortionate, but in comparison to other countries, very, very low. So that takes us on to the cost of living, I suppose, doesn't it? Cost of living in Cyprus. A lot of people are curious. They hear all these rumours that it's dirt cheap, and then other people hear all these rumours that it's very, very expensive. In my experience, in my opinion, I would say that the cost of living in Cyprus was affordable, shall we say. I'm not going to say it's reasonable, I'm going to say it's affordable. Obviously that's all relative to how much money that you earn. Unfortunately, there are many people in Cyprus who are struggling, and a moment's silence for those people, because of course all around the world there are people that are struggling. Perhaps they found themselves on the wrong path, on the wrong track, or perhaps they are being, what's the word, undervalued, underpaid. But this has gone on since the beginning of time, hasn't it? But overall, back to the cost of living in Cyprus. Cyprus, I would say, is affordable to most people. Most people, perhaps, that are thinking about relocating from the UK to Cyprus, coming from Geneva in Switzerland, yeah, our new latest member on the Buy Me a Coffee platform, Lady Marika, and of course her partner in her crimes, Sir of the Anthony, and they'll be featuring on the Hall of Fame in the Marika Bar as well, because they purchased a brick or two, and we do thank you very, very much indeed for that. Thank you very much. So they're coming from Geneva in Switzerland. Now, most people know that Switzerland is a very, very expensive country to live in. So if you're coming from Switzerland and relocating to Cyprus, I think you'll find it pretty cheap. That's for sure. If you're coming from the UK, it depends again, doesn't it? You know, it depends on where you are in life. It depends, perhaps, if you're cashing in your chips, selling a house in central London and then relocating to Cyprus. Well, the odds are that you'll be quids in as a gas lorry over there, pumping some gas into someone's house. Obviously, it's still a little bit chilly at night on the island of love. But everything is relative, isn't it? But back to the cost of living. And cost of living is always difficult to talk about it, because obviously if you are taking the cost of living in another country and comparing it to your country, that's not really fair. So I think we'll talk about the cost of living in Cyprus based on what people earn, normal people earn, and what I would expect the average person relocating from, let's say, the UK to be having as an investment income, a pension, those kind of things. Now, I understand there's many people coming from the UK that have got an awful lot of money. That goes without saying. But shall we take a figure of around about £2,000 a month of, should we say, pension or savings income, whatever it might be, but 2,000 British pounds a month. So that will translate to around about 2,400 euros. Now, to put that into some kind of prospectus, you can Google and ask what the average wage, average salary per annum is, per month in Cyprus, and you'll come up with a lot of mixed answers. The Cyprus government will tell you that the average person earns in and around 2,500-ish euros per month. Yeah. I'm not going to say it's not true, because it is true, but of course that figure is skewed by a lot of people who earn an awful lot of money. Well, actually not a lot of people, a small amount of people who earn an awful lot of money. But the majority of people that you and I come into contact, that's, for example, in bars, in restaurants, in shops, in petrol stations, in supermarkets, when you get on and off the bus, when you walk in a bank, all those kind of people, normal people like you, people like me, what do they earn? Well, you might be quite shocked to hear that an awful lot of those people are earning somewhere around 1,000 euros. Yes, you heard me correctly. Many are earning less and some are earning a bit more. Some of the people that I speak to, it's what they tell me, and they're speaking the truth. For example, the people that you see working in petrol stations. Luckily in Cyprus, we have our benzene put into our tanks for us, which is very, very nice indeed. But unfortunately, those people earn somewhere around about 900 euros a month. So bear that in mind, perhaps if you're in a hire car, and have a euro in your pocket, because it's very simple. Either you can get out of your car and do it for yourself and get your hands dirty, or that filling attendant can do it for you, and they're not getting paid very, very much money. So you only go once, twice a week maybe, put 20 euros in, 30 euros, give them a euro. Well, let's hope they don't growl at you, but you know, if they smile, if they're pleasant, give them a euro, and you'll be surprised how your little euro can help them if just one or two people give them that euro, isn't it? So that's those guys. When we go to supermarkets, and again, I'm not talking about the managers of supermarkets, I'm talking about the girls and the boys on the cashing tips and walking around restocking the shelves, those kind of people. They're earning around about 1,100 to 1,200 euros a month. Yeah, you heard me correctly. As we start to work up the scale, when we start to talk about the average person working in a bank, so that's a cashier, that kind of thing, if they've just started in their career, they'll be on about 1,700-1,800 euros. Perhaps if they've been there for quite a few years, they'll be knocking on the door of perhaps 2,223. So yeah, 2,200, 2,300, which in Cyprus terms is a very, very good salary. And then of course it goes up and up. And of course, right at the top, there are a lot of people who are making a lot and a lot of money. Now, they're not necessarily making their money out of Cyprus, okay? Because of tax laws, lots and lots of very, very rich people reside in Cyprus and pay their tax in Cyprus. But of course, they're not actually earning that income in Cyprus. It's coming from something else. And it can be in the millions, hundreds of millions. So this is what skewers that average pay. And we come up with the average person in Cyprus earns 2,500-ish euros per month. It is very, very far from true. And this applies to Germany, to France, to Switzerland, to the UK, of course. But the places like Cyprus, this skew is, well, it's colossal. It can be colossal. So these are facts you can get on Google, isn't it? But if you go in the comments and start reading the comments in the stories, then you start to find out, you know, there's lots and lots of people writing in the comments, well, I could only dream of earning 2,500, I only earn 1,000, I only earn 1,200, or I earn 1,400, or I'm doing really well and I earn 1,600. So what I'm trying to do is give you something to reference. So there's a reference mark, isn't it? So the majority of people that you see are living on much, much less than what I picked as a figure of £2,000 sterling, because that's around about 2,300, 2,400 euros on a good day. And bear in mind, most of these British foreign nationals coming probably have bought a property or are going to buy a property, so there's no rent for them to pay. So they've got around 500, 600 euros, if that's your pot, on a monthly basis to survive. So You're not doing too bad. Probably the biggest bill that you'll have is your electricity bill, unless you invest or unless the property you've bought or are renting, obviously, has got one of these electricity systems that harvests that free electricity, because that's one of the biggest bills in Cyprus. On an average 3 to 4 bedroom villa with a swimming pool, you know, I'm not saying you're lighting it up like a Christmas tree, but you're living a normal life, you're probably looking at an average bill on a monthly basis of around about 350 to 400 euros. Obviously that goes up a little bit in the summer and down a little bit in the winter, hence that cost of the swimming pool, if you understand me, those kind of things. Water bill, I wouldn't even worry about it. Rates bill, if that's what you want to call it, poll tax in the old days, those kind of things, I wouldn't even worry about it. About 250-ish euros per annum. Yes, you heard me correctly. And that will include your rubbish collection and those kind of things. What else have you got? Internet, yeah, most people want internet, don't they? So a telephone, an internet package to your home, around about 40 euros. There is cheaper and there is a little bit more expensive, but at around about 40 euros, you'll have a good telephone package with good internet. You can get it cheaper and you can pay more and get it much, much faster with higher speeds and all those kind of things, can't you? Mobile phones. There we are, mobile phone. Simple little thing, doesn't it? But you couldn't live without it, could you? No. So you will definitely need to get a SIM card to go into your mobile phone for a Cypriot number. And that will give you access to the internet on your travels. I mean, I use PrimeTel. I'm not promoting PrimeTel, but I've used them for a long time. A long time. Never let me down. It's always worked whenever I want it. And they're a strange company because they keep dropping my bill, which is strange in these times, isn't it? So very, very happy with PrimeTel. And I pay, I mean, I've got 4 contracts, so I will take the middle contract because one's been going longer, so they've dropped that one further. So I've got 4 phone contracts. They are all unlimited calls in Cyprus, unlimited access to the internet, although we do find out that that is actually not unlimited, but you know what I'm saying. Unlimited texts, and each contract has 200 minutes per month to any foreign number. Well, there probably are some exclusions, but Europe and the UK and all those kind of things, isn't it? And my most expensive contract is 29 euros a month. And my oldest contract, which is now the cheapest contract, is 25 euros a month. So I don't know, drop in the comments, what would a similar contract be in the UK? What would a similar contract be in Italy, in France, in Switzerland, these kind of places? But I think that's pretty reasonable, shall we say. So anyway, I'm going to say a big, big thank you for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed what I've got to say. Hopefully you're enjoying the new style of content, and I would like you to tell me what you'd like me to talk about. It could be the price of coffee, it could be the price of lighters, and how long does the average lighter last? I don't know. But if you do like what we see, please hit the like, smash that subscribe. It doesn't cost you a single penny, by the way. Lots of people may think that when they subscribe to a YouTube channel, that word subscribe, oh, I'm going to be paying something. No, totally free of charge. It's an Americanized word, isn't it? And it means that you are connected to something, according to translation. So, hit the like, smash the subscribe. Please don't forget to keep on coming back. And hopefully you're following us on our updates on the Marika and Me Lounge Bar. That will be open on the 15th of March, 2025. There'll be a big wall with lots of bricks on it, with people's names on it. And I think 1 or 2 people are going to come and have a look. And we'll look forward to seeing you. And we do thank you from the bottom of our 2 hearts. Cheers. I got to go and do some work now, so I'll see you in the next one.